So, hi, I'm Gabriel Gilbertson with the Role Players Podcast, and if you don't like the current format you're listening to us on, listen to us on iTunes or YouTube or Stitcher or etc. You can also go to our website at www.theroleplayerspodcast.wordpress.com to see some other cool stuff like, a map? That's cool. You can also email us if you have any questions at asktheplayers@gmail.com. Asktheplayers@gmail.com. Also check us out on Facebook. Bye.
And once you walk in, you recognize the architecture, and you would as well, Marcos. This is not Gelish architecture. This is obviously Ascension, the Highwinder style. It's very strong, very independent architecture. There isn't a lot of decoration. It's very Spartan. And as you guys walk in, there's this large plaza, and you start walking through it, and you see eyes watching you. And now you can, they aren't specific groups, but you see small crowds of people in this plaza, and they're all in groups, and there's about there's about 11 crowds together in different sections of the plaza, and you can tell that they're obviously different crews.
Okay.
So you walk into the plaza, and you open this large set of doors, and inside is probably the largest room any of you have seen. And the only one that could probably compare is Marcos. Your father works in the Senate House in El Dohe, and that room it competes with this room, but this is large, and there are murals on the walls and on the ceilings. In the center is one round table.
Can I do a history check about Nazarene?
Yes, give me a history check.
Okay, and that is intelligence. 23.
So you know exactly what this room is. This is the Hall of Calling.
The Hall of Calling.
Right. And so basically what you've heard is that the pirate lords of Nazarene have all this power, right? But they're not an actual government because they don't actually have this overarching city government. Each of them is like an independent gang that owns the part of territory that they control. And when they do call, all the pirate lords will come to settle their differences so they can hopefully resolve conflicts without violence. Hopefully. But it doesn't always work.
Yeah. Never does.
Never does.
So this is the Hall of Calling?
This is the Hall of Calling.
Okay.
And on the far wall, you see a mural that has the writing over the top of it. It says the pirate codes. Okay, and they're embossed into the wall with tiny stones. And you see 6 little lines of code. The first one says, all men deserve nothing more or less than freedom. The second one says, the tyranny of man is government, so no government should be tolerated. The third says, all men shall find freedom and the destruction of all bonds that bind men when they enter Nazarene. The fourth says, all leaders are at the mercy of their men, and subjects who fight tyranny should not be subject to punishment. Fifth, you only own what you can defend. And sixth, we know that Nazarene is a shining city of freedom, and its defense is paramount to nothing else.
Evelyn definitely likes the fourth one.
I like all of it.
So you see that on the back wall, and immediately when you walk in, you see 3 groups. And the 3 groups are separated roughly. There's one group on one side, and another group on the other side, and then there's a small group of people that are just in the middle, that aren't really a part of a group. They're just kind of standing, waiting. And as soon as you enter, Swain turns around and starts pointing people out to you. He says, as you know, I am Swain. And he points at a red-headed elf standing on the right side of the room. And he says, that is Skatak the Bloody. She's one of the pirate lords and runs one of the inner city gangs. One of the inner city crews.
Hello.
She is very pretty, and you have heard of her.
Oh, who is she?
She's from Baolo. She was originally from Baolo, and she is an elf who became a pirate lord. And her crew is called the Swan Dogs.
Ah.
How can something be swan, but also dog? It makes
Well,
no sense.
so the thing with the Swan Dog is that the Swan boats are what the elves call their
okay.
graceful ships, so the Swan boats.
that
So the
makes sense.
Swan Dogs are the dogs on the Swan boats.
Okay.
So she runs the Swan Dogs, which are the one of the 3 inner city gangs.
Hello, Miss Bloody, was it?
I don't think we're talking to her at the moment.
And then
I'm putting you on my to-do list.
So then he turns and he points left at a rather small looking dragon kind. He's very he's like a dark green, and he has this shining, glowing sword at his hip. And he goes, that pirate is Aiden Jade. He also runs one of the inner city gangs. You might want to stay away from him.
Looks nice.
And he's on the opposite side of the room from Scat. And then he points to a smallish looking rat. And he says, that's Arvo Redtail.
You mean rat folk?
Yeah.
Okay,
Arvo.
when you said rat, I saw a rat. And I'm like,
Rat folk.
he's a pirate lord.
Yeah.
This rat.
So he's
Very convincing rat.
He's so cute.
so he is a rat folk, and he has a strangely red tail that looks like a birthmark. But it's extremely long for usual. Then he points to a bird who's standing a bird person, who you know are called the Quequadal people. And he points toward this bird, and as soon as you see him, you notice that he doesn't have any pupils in his eyes.
So they look kind of like my dead eye, or not?
Yes, they're both white,
Okay.
but he seems to see. He can see.
Huh.
And he goes, that's Montecaztu. He is the leader of the avatars of Montecaztu. He owns the fort that you saw on the side of the cliff. That's his.
Okay.
As I said before, Arvo Redtail runs the mischief on the side. His is probably the worst district in the city. He does not care for his people. He doesn't follow the codes of our city either. Slavery runs rampant. And so then he turns to a satyr who is just kind of sitting there, and he's kind of just shooting the breeze. He's got a stick on the table in front of him. And he goes, that's Mad Roger Flynn. He runs the Green Sears in Central City.
With the flashes?
What? What?
Central
You
City.
said Central
Where the
City.
flash is.
Then he points to this.
Hey, you brought that out
It's an
yourself.
8-foot tall horned orc with light blue skin. It's kind of a grayish blue skin. And he goes, that's Blue Boy. He runs the Damned Ones.
What a blue boy.
You're going to make fun of his name? An
Oh, yeah.
8-foot tall orc with horns?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Every day. I crave death at this
And
point.
he's standing next to Skatak and Montecaztu, the Quequadal.
Must suck to have blue balls.
All right, who are the dark ears?
What?
Who are the dark ears?
So, 1 second. So then he goes, the crew. We walk through his territory. He is also standing next to Skatak. His name is Lorenzo Kidd. And you guys can see that he is half Gelish, half Ascension. You can tell that because he is like dirty blonde hair that has patches of like black hair inside of it.
Mud.
Exactly. And he points to a drow, and the drow has a hood up over his face, and he's standing next to Arvo Redtail. And he goes, that's Dark-Eared Jack. His also is a territory I don't much care for, but
Am I supposed to be remembering all these guys?
you can remember. I'm just kind of pointing him out.
Okay.
And then he goes, and there's also Runt, and he points toward this little goblin who's sitting at the table as well.
What is he on?
Oh, he runs the Greenies. They're a rather small and significant band, but they're also important.
I don't know.
All right.
And then he goes, and Salazar is not here. And he looks around, and as soon as he says that, the door opens behind you, and this golden hair, completely golden hair, long-legged man walks through the door. And he goes, and this is Salazar Swiftstep. And he walks right past you toward the table.
Wow, he steps swiftly.
Yep. These long legs.
You can see what he got the name.
He runs the Striders. They're outside of town. They're in this little area called the Outs, and he runs basically all of the area outside of town.
Where did the first captain of the ship we just visited, what was his name again?
Casimir.
What did Casimir control?
Well,
Yeah,
that's what this meeting was supposed to be about.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh, that-
Contested
that's it.
neighborhood now. Okay, yeah.
That's what this was supposed to be about.
Okay.
We were calling in that we had a dispute to talk about with Casimir, but now that Casimir is dead, things have fallen apart. He used to own the contested neighborhood, but he also owned most of the docks that you saw, and as well as Roost Island, which you saw as you passed in.
Oh, the lighthouse. Okay.
Does it have good fried chicken?
No one else is going to get that except for people from Bozeman, so...
Yeah, sorry.
I was going to the coffee shop from Animal Crossing, but
All right.
Is that
Anyway.
like Tom's Nook? Is that the name
no,
of it?
That's a
it's
library.
called the Roost. It's run by a pigeon named Rooster.
Oh, I was gonna make a Dragon Roost Island reference.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take note of all the ones he clearly despised,
Right.
all the different lords, and that was Redtail,
Uh-huh.
Dark Ears,
Greenie,
Greeny, for
Jade, and sorry,
Swan Man.
Aiden Jade. No,
Yeah.
not Swan.
the Jade Dragons.
The Jade Dragons, the Mischiefs, the Dark Ears, and the Greenies.
Okay.
Those are the ones he particularly despises.
Yes, and they are all standing in a clump, right? And then in the other group are the Swan Dogs Chief, the Avatars Chief, and the Damned Ones Chief.
Right. All right. Let's get this meeting over with.
So they all walk up, and as soon as everyone sees that everyone is in the room, they all coalesce around the table.
Okay.
So, why were we brought here,
Yeah, I'd like to
gentlemen?
know that myself.
We need to discuss the contested territory in the inner city.
All right, take it all. That's what I say.
No, it's rightfully hers.
All right, talk to her about it.
Well, all of you are together in this. It says,
Yeah,
Swain.
but I don't think either of us care.
I'd like to own some more property, but it's hers. We elected her captain.
I will follow her.
Yeah, it's
As
up to
soon
her.
as you guys start talking, Arvo Redtail pulls a rapier out and slams it on the table.
Okay.
Little.
Oh, look!
Hey.
The little rat has a temper.
I brandish the Petchwad and basically I don't point it at him, but I hold it holstered at the ready.
And he says, "That territory is rightfully mine."
All right, little man.
Gentlemen, calm down. Put your thing away. And why is it rightfully yours?
Well, don't you see the wall?
What? I can't.
The
see
wall that has the pirate codes on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
And-
but I don't think we want to give you more territory
And?
and ruin.
He kind of like shakes and he points his sword at you, and
What do you think you're
And
going to do to me with
Swain-
that?
Swain steps in between both of you and he says,
Yeah.
"Look, you don't know. None of us are here because of no reason. You don't need to, make people more angry.
I
But
was still asking, what about the wall says you can have it? What makes it yours?
well,
it makes
you
it.
read the 5th line of the pirate's
You only own
code.
what you defend.
I
You
skipped.
only own what you defend.
All right.
Are you willing to defend the territory?"
Yes.
No way. Kidding me? I barely knew I had it. I don't need it in my life. You kidding me?
Well,
It's
then
just
I
more
can have it.
worry.
as a counterpoint, I think Evelyn here and myself
Yeah,
are willing to
talk to
defend this
Evelyn.
territory.
But as far as I'm concerned,
And
And
I'm
we're
still
more than
brandishing-
capable.
I'm still brandishing my weapon and eyeing him, going,
Swain looks at you like,
okay, I pull it
Chill,
back.
chill.
Like,
we don't need an actual fight. Then you see the satyr who's now sitting in a chair. He puts his hooves up on the marble table.
oof, put those
And,
down.
and he says, I wouldn't mind a slice of that territory.
Hey, talk to Evelyn.
Jesus, don't. Thanks for throwing me under
I
the
will
bus, guys.
negotiate.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. I
I'll
literally.
look at Evelyn.
Do you know
and
how I
I'll
could
say,
throw you under the bus here? I could be like, no, just take it. No, don't listen to
yeah.
them. Take
Okay,
it.
good point.
Yeah, like I don't actually care about
Yeah.
whatever is here.
I'm going to
You
look at
can-
Evelyn and I'll be like, I can negotiate this for you if you'd like.
I don't particularly care for territory, so. as you
All
say.
right. Well, I think we're more than capable of being able to defend this territory. So, what makes you think all of you could defend this better?
I'm gonna look at the rat and say, "You think you can fucking kill him?" That would prove that he wouldn't be able to.
That's what's going to happen.
All right, go
You
ahead.
think you can kill? This
Dude.
little thing entertains me.
Don't read a book by its cover.
Evelyn just
he's
slowly
he's
puts her hand on her
obviously
forehead and
powerful.
regrets
To be a
everything.
pirate lord with
I
that much
whisper-
territory,
maybe you'll shut us in.
you're making a mistake.
He goes, if we can't resolve this, then we have to fight over it.
All right, you versus Evelyn right now.
That's not how it works. This is a holy place.
So you don't
Seems
have the
pretty
balls to
intense.
defend this yourself.
Seems pretty.
Then we'll
intact to
handle
me.
it in the territory. You versus Evelyn, mano a mano.
This
If it is a holy place, then we do not fight here.
Yes, I can accept that.
But
That
if
we
we
will
can
not.
think of another place.
How
this-
about we
no,
fight?
you'll listen to me now. The rat says. And he goes, I have 4 backers who will back my claim to this territory.
And
Who do you
are
have?
those?
Yeah.
I have
I
my
heard
3
your mom
friends
has
here to
one.
defend me, and that's all I need.
Friend is a strong term.
I prefer the term unwitting associate.
Who?
That's accurate.
He goes, my friends here, and I go, I prefer the term mildly unwitting associate.
See? Look at the witty banter we already have. Camaraderie.
Artier,
I'll drop you on your ass again.
I wouldn't help you if you were cooking a pasta. All right.
And so he goes, who will back my claim to this territory?
I don't care.
And so there's kind of a silence in the hall, and 3 hands raise up, and these are the people you saw standing
Okay.
with.
What makes them so important?
So
their
who was it?
pirate
Dark
lords.
Ears?
They're the green.
Literally everyone in here is more important than
Right,
us.
so
Oh.
the
I thought they were just rando.
the,
Oh, no, these are the leaders.
The leader of the Jade Dragons, the leader of the Dark Ears, and the leader of the Greenies. All.
Oh, I thought you said the random people that were just standing in the middle of the hall.
No, there were
Oh,
people
these are the-
standing out in
these
the
are the
courtyard,
pirate
and they look like the crews for the pirate
okay.
lords.
Yeah, no, these are the important people.
Okay, I
All
thought you
right.
were saying
You guys
there's
are
like.
currently
I thought there's people
insulting
just
me.
watching. Like it's like a court hearing and people just come in to watch. Like, you know.
No, they're all out in the
You're
courtyard.
insulting the most powerful people in the city right
I
now.
don't
This is-
fucking care.
I really don't give a crap either.
It's- yeah.
I want to see where this goes. Anyway,
My hope
now
goes out of the city.
I'm going to back Evelyn's claim for the territory.
You can't back your own side,
Huh?
the rat says.
Yeah. Didn't you read? God.
No,
Artier.
what I'm saying is you are all part of the same crew.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
can't back yourself.
So then, which one of us is the pirate lord? You all obviously have left your crews outside. Which one of us is the pirate lord?
I don't know. I'm not making that decision.
I vote Evelyn.
I'll vote Evelyn as well.
All right, cool. That means we leave.
All right.
I just grab you by the arm and just kind of like give you a glare. So
No,
when I
no.
hear-
Evelyn wishes that we negotiate with her.
I'm not negotiating
All right.
for jack shit.
Now, I say I would like to know which of you would support Evelyn's claim to this territory. Now, if I need to debate and make a case for her, I have seen her fight, I have seen her lead. She's a fierce woman and an excellent warrior, and she's more than capable of defending this territory. Now, any backers for Evelyn's claim?
The room is silent. You don't see anyone that really
I kind of figured
Yeah,
as much.
it makes sense because we don't know anyone the fuck here.
Who cares? Anyway, can I do a charisma roll for that?
No, I don't. Just none of them really know you. I mean,
Yeah, there's no way that they're gonna.
and they know that. I mean, people. I mean, you don't have a captain. People are split. You already don't have claim to that territory.
So yeah, what is our like reason for having that territory?
That's just what Casimir,
Yeah.
Casimir the Crimson, he owned.
Okay. What exactly does the territory have?
Yeah, what
You know,
what
is that,
what
like,
would be
what-
our interest in having it?
Who are you asking?
You as a DM.
You don't know. You've never been in it.
I'll just ask that in general then. What in particular about this territory makes it desirable? Is it simply that it is more, or is there something else to it?
Ha! You don't even know why you need it. Like, just give it to me.
Heck, we don't even know why we're here. We were forced here by this fucko Dwayne, and now we like seriously. Someone explain to me what we're doing
The
here.
one person who actually kind of liked you,
I'm going
Wait,
to look
Dwayne
at. I'm
liked
going to
me?
look at.
Swain.
I'm
Swain.
going to look at.
He
I'm going to
helped
look
you
at
guys.
Swaim and I'm like, I apologize.
I thought he did it out of
Him.
respect for Tasbian or whatever.
I'm pretty sure no one likes Casimir much.
Yeah, no one liked Casimir. He didn't follow the code.
Well, I didn't like Swain, but so it's only
I
fair
just
that he
kinda- I
doesn't
just
like
kinda
me.
look
From what
over.
I can tell, Red Tail here doesn't follow the codes
I
exactly
just kind of look
either.
over at RTR and I'm
He's like,
Why do we let
I
him
follow the codes, and if you have any proof of that, you bring it up.
I heard that slavery was
They all
rampant
signed
in
their
the
own
territory.
slavery writs.
Their own slavery. What now?
They put themselves into slavery.
It's like a waiver saying I'm okay with you making me a slave.
Malish slowly raises his hand.
They all just kind of look at you like,
Let the rules speak.
why are you raising your hand?
I'm gonna just,
I was just gonna let. Whatever. Here, Nazarene is falling apart to vermin, to slavery, and to the way and to breaking the very freedom. And I'm not good at speeches, but I tell you that Evelyn will make Nazarene great again.
Jesus Christ. Evelyn is just a hand to forehead, regretting
okay.
every life
Alright.
decision she has ever made up to this point.
I'm going to ask, can I call for a recess? I need to talk this over with my compatriots here.
They all kind of look at each other, and Swain steps forward, and he has a hand in his beard, feeling all the rings,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "I think it is only fair. All of you have been in their place at least once. Give them a day to get themselves ready, and we can reconvene. And if any of you," and he points at the people who backed Arvo, and he points at any of you, and he says, if any of you make a move on that territory, I will personally come to their aid. And then you see a couple other people nod in assent. And that was the Swan Dogs chief, the Avatar's chief, and the Green Seers,
Right.
and the Damned Ones.
I mumbled to myself, I thought that was a good line.
Thank you for your consideration. We'll be back to you within a day.
And
We would also
says-
like to check the.
No,
set
no,
contested
I'm
territory.
gonna just slam my hand
I'm
on
gonna
his
catch
face.
his hand. All right. We would also like to see this territory that we are.
It's a free city. You can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
fair, good.
Like, literally,
I don't
there's
know.
No, there's no
Safely.
reason- I mean, we're not recommended safety, or we're not given safety anywhere. It's just a dumb question to ask.
All right. Fair enough. Let's move on.
And you see people start leaving the hall.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go up to Swain and be like, okay, what the fuck? I blame this on you because you told us nothing coming up here. When I was asking for,
I didn't know what
information-
was happening either.
Well, then you should have gave me information. Why were we here? I didn't even know that we were fighting over land.
I didn't either. I was called up
Yes,
by
you-
Arvo.
Yes, you did. When we came in here, we were like, oh, what's with the land? Once we heard about it, we were like, that's why we're here. So why are you holding information from us?
No, he didn't tell you that there was land outside.
He didn't.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
did. Because they were like, oh, there's like, here's the
You
pirate lords.
explained
and
the
we're talking about-
territories.
That
He
was
didn't
inside,
explain
though.
why.
Yeah.
But
it's-
he didn't know that there was contested territory until he got in there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was just holding it from us.
Uh,
He goes,
I Swain's a pirate lord as well.
all of the people I just mentioned are pirate lords.
Okay. Well, Swain, First things first, we would like to go check out
tell
this
us
territory.
about the land. What do you know about it?
What I know is it's one of the best sections of the outer city.
And why is that?
Because Casimir kicked out every single person that lived there that wasn't of his standard, which means the only people living there right now are Highwinders.
Yeah, so it's full of dicks.
I just stare at you.
Hey, Casimir is kind of a dick. Just saying.
I cannot argue with that.
He was blatantly breaking our codes. He was selling slaves to Arvo. That's the reason I came up to the ship, to confront him.
And Arvo's the
The rat.
The rat.
rat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him.
No, it does.
Except for the people that back him,
Yeah.
Well,
it
because they
seems-
like slavery.
Well,
It's
sure,
just like the
that's
South. They're like,
Oh God.
Well, it's more than slavery. I mean, it's
I'm not sure
it's
if
revenue.
they like
So
him
it
so
seems
much
that a couple
they
of your
don't like
lords
everyone
are
else.
problematic in this situation.
They are, but I do not have the power to remove them. Arvo, in particular, is extremely influential and powerful in this city.
So,
So,
why don't we come up with some darker tactics to remove them?
and tell me why I'm interested in this land at all. I don't care if the pirates take it. It's just another shitty part of this shitty town.
this city stands for a lot more than you think, Gel.
Well, then tell me.
This place stands for freedom, stands for honor.
Like, I understand all that, but it seems like the clans make it less free than you think.
There are a few of us, I will agree with you, that hold us back, but
Look at it this way.
the ideals of this city are what make it important.
But you don't understand.
Look at it this
You
way.
can't
If
have-
we help these people, they can help us with our current tasks. Me with my company, you with your citizenship problems, and you with your issues with your father, whatever they may be.
I'm simply sort of thinking about, like,
Yeah.
But
the
in
way you
order-
described the dwarven thing, this is very I mean, it's a different approach, but I'm seeing a parallel or similarity to the dwarven system, so I'm willing to give
Wait.
this sort of situation a go, because
Wait,
it's
which
something I'm
land are we
familiar
fighting
with.
for again?
The stripy one. Contested neighborhood.
Oh, okay. It says contested neighborhood.
Yeah, that's. It does
It's a
stand out a bit,
small
doesn't
plot
it?
of land.
Well,
It's a darn good plot of land, though.
About the equivalent of what the Greens have.
So it seems here there are a lot of players that need to be removed from this little game. They are ruining this city.
I wouldn't say that. There's no way we're going to get rid of any of the pirate lords. Or if we try, we're going to probably die.
And you're very true, but the other issue is even if we kill them, there's everyone else in this city.
So then why don't we just let them have the land? What are they going to do that's so bad
They're
there?
going to
I'm
ruin
not
this
fighting
land.
to keep the land. All I'm saying is that I don't know what I'm saying.
Who
He
do
kinda
you
walks
think
away.
should
Go
own
ahead.
the land?
Yeah, I say we give it to the best recipient. Right now, the avatars seem fine to have it. They're already right there, and they seem like reasonable people.
He doesn't want the area of land. He's quite
Oh,
angry with the Ascensions, and he's quite angry with Casimir. He doesn't want that land any more than you do.
Well, then how about the Green Seers?
That was Mad Jack Flynn. He was the one who said he wouldn't mind a slice of that territory.
Well, then why don't we give it all to him? And then figure out a way to help him defend it, and then leave this rock.
If that's the plan you want to take, you can, but it would dramatically change the political landscape of this city.
Yeah.
Without ruining the political landscape of the city, I say.
How would
we
it?
wo-
I mean, how would it change much? The factions. Would
Are we
be
still? Are we?
warring.
Where are we right
I
now?
imagine we're still hanging out in the hall. just
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Let us return to your inn where it's a little safer.
It's safe in here. It's a holy place. We can't fight in here.
Yeah,
probably the
it
same
doesn't
size.
matter if we can't fight in here. People can listen.
While they bicker, can I walk up to the satyr? What's
I
his
think
name
you
again?
already
left.
left.
No,
Oh,
But-
we're all alone.
but-
This green guy. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're all alone here, so
I still think we should return to the inn where we only your people's ears will be able to.
There's no one else in this room.
yeah.
Except for-
I don't think
Like, I don't
even
think there's
even
any
if
way
people
people
were
can be
listening
eavesdropping.
in on us, they're going to hear it tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I just know that I need to get some people. I need to get some favors in so I can get some people to do some favors for me. So, yeah.
Which is the same boat a lot of us are in. These pirates could be very helpful to us.
Yeah, but we
From
can't
what
just...
I've seen of Redtail so far, I don't think he would be that keen to consider it a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
And
talking
I'm not-
about
yeah,
Redtail.
yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about fine gentlemen like Swain over here.
Well, didn't
He
he leave?
doesn't want the land.
No, he's still there. He kind
Oh.
of just walked away just a little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
He doesn't even know what to do with the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then, if... I don't know. I don't see the need for it, but that's just me.
And so he turns to you guys and he goes, here are your two options, in my opinion. You can either give the land up and hold what you still have, which is the ports and your island, or you can muster your forces, try to get some allies, and hold the contested area.
Let's muster these forces, because I trust in our ability to defend from Redtail.
I hoist since my
yeah,
character
but what,
really starts to
like,
speak
what are we
English.
fighting for, right? We
Freedom.
don't want to...
For freedom of other people.
Do you know what freedom is? Not living in this town.
Freedom is
Seriously.
living in this town.
No. Freedom is out on the sea. It's not in this town when we're governed by the whimsy of the other groups. It's not in here. People think this is freedom, but this is actually just another cage. You guys don't understand this.
Then why don't you try to break the cage instead of just sitting and complaining about
Because
it?
we'll all die. I'd have to kill every single pirate captain in this town, and that's not worth it for me. When I could just take a boat, go out on the seas, maybe...
Then take a
hijack
boat
a
and go
couple-
out on the seas, but it seems the rest of us are willing to defend this territory.
I just don't understand why.
Now, at the same time, I think we should try to help the city by getting rid of the less than...
And why? What has the city ever
Desirable.
done for us? All they've done for us so far is...
They
force
haven't
us to
done
come-
anything for us because we haven't proven we can do anything for them. We have to prove that first before we're able to do anything.
What
What do
would
you
they be-
say, Evelyn? Since you're our pirate lord in training right now.
Oh, jeez.
How to train your pirate lord. Get on that DreamWorks.
Get on that trademark.
Yeah, we have the
I do
spicy
have a quick
stuff.
question for the DM.
Yeah.
The people that I had with me on the ship, are those my only people, or do I have...
You also have
like, I
my
had, like,
people
a rest
backing
of-
you.
I know, but like, I mean, all my other people that I left my hometown with.
So
Like,
they're still in Vale Low. This is
Okay.
where you left them.
okay, like we're just kind of like wandering around doing whatever at this point? Or, I mean, like, basically what I'm thinking here is that Evelyn would want this territory because it's a place for her people to actually stay. So like...
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely...
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go
So,
for that.
my first thought is we need to gain allies.
Yes.
So, I'm going to look at Swain. Can we trust you to maybe possibly back us in our...
As long as you'll try to help defend the honor of this city.
We will defend the honor, we will defend the codes. I will stake my life on that, sir.
Oh my gosh.
We are not forcing you to stay.
Yeah, but where else would I go?
Precisely.
Exactly.
Back to daddy.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Do you really think you're more...
No, I'd probably, honestly, my character would probably just be like, alright, peace out, fuckers. Get on the boat, skiff away.
No, I'm saying...
Tell you what,
Would
tell
your
me-
dad really want you to come back?
Oh, no way. I
All
force
right.
him with a gun.
Look at it this way. You want to leave your father without money, right? And who's better at
Not really.
ruining trade routes than pirates? So, after this, we can have the pirates help us fuck over your father royally.
Yeah, but are they really pirates? If they stay and live in this city, are they really pirates?
They don't stay all the time.
We
Casimir's
ran into
proof.
one.
Casimir's
I don't know.
proof
It
of
just
that.
doesn't. It seems weird that there's a sustainable city. I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
All right.
Well, you're saying it right next to saying Swain as you say that. He goes, well, it's very easy. I don't always go out on my boat whenever I leave. Sometimes I
Right.
send it out with my first mate, and he goes out and raids. But there is a very sustainable. My territory.
Right.
Is a
It just
perfect
seems like weird to have families here, and not everyone being a pirate. That just doesn't seem like a
Everyone isn't
sustainable-
a pirate.
Oh.
Yeah.
There are.
See, well then
There's-
there's no point.
There's
we would be
industry.
better off.
There's industry here.
We would be better off hiring a group of pirates than trying to claim a whole area just to get pirates from it. We would be better off doing that.
Yeah, but this way seems more fun to me, and I'm a little.
No,
irritated.
it seems like a way to die. Honestly, because the pirate captains just
Is that
want
not thrilling to you?
I feel
Well,
like
I mean,
roaming around on the ocean on your own is.
I mean,
also
I like wagering every once in a while, but this seems, 5-1 against us.
You wanted to piss off rich people from your own country. It seems like that's also a way to die.
Not really. I mean, guards are easy bait. They're born privileged, and they get into the service, and they just sit around all day. Easy. Well, these people, they're out killing people every day.
All right. So, I'm going to say, Evelyn, you take Swain here and get the ship.
Or
get
Evelyn,
all our
you
men,
make a
get
decision.
all our men.
Who do you I don't know. Do you want this land, and why do you want this land?
First, as a pirate, you should elect your first mate.
I need to go talk to Vera.
You go talk to
I
Vera?
think she already has a first mate. Yeah.
I'm just like.
That's fine.
I'm being coy right now. Like, Evelyn is being
But they're-
very coy right now.
Ooh, senpai. Senpai.
Right now, we need to do multiple things. We need to get our crew, we need to get them in our territory, and we need to see how we're going to defend it from Redtail.
Well, first we need to decide, should we even defend it? Because, I mean...
We've already decided, except for you, that we're going to defend
You
it.
have. I don't know if they have.
I think that I would like to defend it.
All right.
And what's your reasoning? I need to know.
My people were driven out of our home. We need somewhere to stay. If we can take land, if we can control this land, if we own this land, perhaps we can be safe.
That
And
makes
then
sense to me.
her people will sing songs for her for ages and ages.
That part I don't care about. It's just the fact that they're safe. Your reasoning seems very, very off, but hers makes sense.
If you want, you could stop by the neighborhood.
I don't need to see it.
I would like to see it before we negotiate.
Here's the deal.
Actually decide if we do want to keep it.
While we head there, you and I, while you're heading to the avatars, you have to go through there anyways.
Yeah.
Let's both check it out, and then if I find anything interesting there, I'll accompany you to the avatars. If not,
Okay.
I'll send this one by.
Okay, that seems fair.
What?
I'll also go.
Oh, you're not hearing this.
He's
I mean, I assume that none of us have really left yet. I just
No.
kind of stopped to talk to you, so you're not sitting and moping in the inn for the next 2 hours.
Oh, that wasn't my plan.
I'm
at
going
all.
to what Possum.
This is... Shut the fuck up. All right. My name is Gabriel Gilbertson, and you just got done listening to the Role Players Podcast. Thank you. All right.
Now you can do whatever.
Now I can do whatever. No, okay.